Yeah, so back in January, well, it was back in 2021, 2022. Um, in January 2022, so I found like a bunch of child pornography on Bing.com, and I freaked out. And one day in the morning, and I ended up driving my neighbor's car to the store, a couple of minutes, just over to Homeland, just a couple of minutes from our house. I ended up driving to the store, and a distant neighbor, a few blocks away, but um, I don't know what I was thinking. And then when I got to the store and I was sitting there, and I was sitting in the car, and I realized, like, oh, dude, this is not your car. Like, what are you doing sitting here? And I just kind of freaked out for a little bit, kind of panicking, didn't know what to do. I got out, and then I got back in, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta just drive this right back. But like I kind of just like, not freaking out as much. The guy or the owner pulled up. They went and they blocked me in, so I couldn't get out um, or anything. And so, like, not only am I blocked in, but like I can't leave the car because they blocked where I am. And so if I try to open the door, their car is right there, and he's standing right there. So if I want to leave, like, I can't. And so I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm in your car. Like, I was trying to talk to the guy, like, and explain to him, like, I just got my stuff. Like, my stuff's not that I have back here, my bags, they're not yours, but the car is yours. I was trying to explain it to him, but he wasn't willing to listen to me or anything. He was just really mad, which I can understand. I was sitting in somebody else's car. But anyway, he grabbed me by my throat, and then he started punching me and stuff. And then I was the one that got charged with assault and battery, even though I didn't hit the dude. I didn't touch the dude. I kept my hands on the steering wheel. And anyway, we ended up getting in a fight, and I managed to put it back in and put it back in neutral or reverse, while he was like choking me and on top of me. And I couldn't really see. He was like punching me and stuff, and it hurt really, really bad. Like, I was just like, dude, like, I'm not trying to get in a fight with you or steal your car or anything, but but it didn't, like, I'm sitting in his car, so he's not gonna want to listen. So anyway, I screwed up. I shouldn't have been sitting there, and we got in a fight. The car, like, I backed up it was in park, backed up like a foot or two. He fell backwards because the door was open, and then I freaked out. I'm like, dude, this dude's gonna kill me. And so what I did is I just drove away, and I tried to get away from the dude, and they followed me, and I was freaking out because they were following me. I'm like, dude, just leave me alone, like, or just like let me get out of the car and leave. And anyway, they kept on following me, and I drove down the road, just like a mile or two, and then I crashed into this tree. And then I went to jail for over 2 years in two different counties. While I was in jail, I have celiac disease, and like I have a bunch of food allergies. Well, I wasn't, like, the judge wouldn't see me for a whole year. So for over the first year, I wasn't even allowed to see a judge. So I was eating food I'm allergic to, this whole time. And like, I'm writing the judge, telling her, hey, I got these food allergies. I was trying to tell her about the car. I tried to put a payment plan together. And that, obviously they have one now where I still owe money, but I have to do the, so I still owe several $1,000s. But I have to do, I had to do the time too. And it was brutal, man. And I ate a bunch of food I'm allergic to. Now I can't find any doctor out here that urologist will show, hey, yeah, celiac disease does cause, infertility and erectile dysfunction. because like all of the guys' patients here are all like in their 80s and 90s and 70s. I'm like, the only places you can really find that is where celiac is really common, which is in Arizona. And then you have doctors that are there that understand it a little bit better. And so, like, I don't see any justice from that. And then, like, I won't, like, the judge wouldn't hear me out. She wouldn't talk to me. She deemed me incompetent. And then they made it so, like, I had to sign my rights away for to have a trial. But here's the deal, it's like they'll make it a lot worse if you don't, and they don't work with you. Like, they say you get an attorney and you have rights for all this stuff. You don't. It's not, you don't really have those rights. You don't have any rights when you go to jail. I wasn't even read my rights when I was arrested. And yeah, anyway, so it's just like, I wasn't able to talk to her about, like, hey, I saw this porn stuff and it put me in this mindset, and I don't know why else I drove to the store. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to, like, steal a car, but they didn't care. And so anyway, now I'm on probation, and it's been about it'll be 7 years, and having to deal with this shit, all for because I found some child porn, freaked out, and drove my neighbor's car to the store. But anyway, then I got charged with like a bunch of crap, and but now I can't get a job. I can't, like, I haven't had a job in over 7 or 8 years. It's just since this whole situation, and it's really sucks, and I've really struggled with school. The eating gluten really kind of screwed up my ADHD worse, and it's just some other issues, but I can't prove all of this stuff. It's not like I don't have any, like, it's I don't have a way to, like, I mean, I can show you I have erectile dysfunction, but you could say that's caused by a bunch of other things, and so, or it could be caused by so many other, and so I don't have a proof, I mean, I have proof that I have allergies and all that, but that's not enough for them to do anything about it. And then, anyway, it's just the whole situation. But yeah, you gotta be careful, bro. I even tried talking to my parents about, like, hey, I found, like, this child porn. I told the FBI about it. I called my buddy in the FBI. I told several other people, and they didn't do anything. My parents were like, hey, I'm sorry you saw that, like, that, that's rough. But I was upset and crying, and it's still up there. I'm like, anyway, but yeah, so that's why I don't have a job. Can't get one. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Please help me, God. Please, somebody. No, help them. Help the people that are. That's what's, like, irritates me the most. It's like they're not helping. They're not doing anything about these children. It's just. Anyway, yeah, and I also freaked out. My Uncle Paul did also come over previous to that. This was, like, during the Epstein thing, when this whole thing came out at first, and he told me that he used to work Secret Service for President Bill Clinton, and my uncle's wife had previously divorced him, and was just pretty sad, and I'm just like, okay, well, so I kind of freaked out with all of that, for a couple reasons. One, finding that porn, and I also found a picture of what appears to be one of my professors with a young colored woman, and then there's pictures of my ex-girlfriend from high school, and I was just like, okay, why am I finding this on a child pornography website, and then why am I finding child pornography in the United States on Bing.com? It's just, anyway, it's just like. But yeah, so I don't know. Just be careful. on the internet. And when you do find something like that, don't freak out and drive your neighbor's car to the store. Uh, and the health places, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to tell you that most of them for that stuff, they aren't gonna help you at all. Most of them wouldn't even. Most of the therapists weren't even like willing to talk to me. It's too difficult for them to talk to me about it. Just like the judge, Sydney Pickerel definitely won't. I mean, if she does, that would be surprising. But I was also kind of hurt though, because she's like super fat, and then I get fat. Now, it's not her fault, but that kind of is pretty insulting. When you're like really fat, and then I get force fed all this food I'm allergic to, and all this other stuff. Now I know I screwed up and drove the car, but lady, it's a fucking car. Okay, it's not a human being. I got attacked during this, and then I got charged with assault and battery. And why did I get charged with that? I don't know. Well, anyway, I got a bunch of different other charges. I'm just like, dude, what the crap? But it's okay. It's all over. So there's nothing I can do about it. But complain and bitch and tell you guys about it. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great day. Just be more careful. Be careful online, and I hope everyone is doing well. Man, my goddamn accent. I can't stand this. Anyway.